I've been in the insurance industry about 8 years, and mainly a sales role. I was a agent for a captive agency, AAA, for 2 years. So some of the problems I had as a captive agent were that it was very corporate. The rules didn't really fit the customer. We were trying to squeeze the customer's needs into their box, and if they didn't fit, they either were turned away or they're having to pay extremely high rates or get a policy that really didn't fit them. I made a pretty abrupt leave from captive agencies. So what drew me to TAG was I was looking for a way to get out of the captive industry quickly. And so I didn't have a ton of time to spend, a year researching ahead. And I was looking at another group. And I had looked at a few, and I had just overheard someone at a insurance conference while I was captive and kind of looking at the same time to get out, talking about TAG in the buffet line. So technically food drew me to TAG, is what I like to say. But I heard other agents talking about TAG caring for the agent, it being about the agent and not about the corporation. The problem that TAG has solved for me is they allowed me to open my own agency. They gave me the tools to do that and the knowledge. I can sell insurance with my eyes closed, but I had no idea how to run an insurance agency. And so they have really partnered with me, allowing me, putting me in the position with the carriers, being there for any type of advice that I need. And so that has allowed me to be able to completely get away from captive and start this new venture and be there for me for whatever I need, whether it be, carriers or advice. The amount of growth I've had over the last 18 months has succeeded my goals. As when I talk to TAG and other agents, at first it's hard to gauge whether you're doing well or not, because when you're on your own, you're not able to compare your numbers. But then when things like the profit sharing comes back and I can see my agency is creeping up there with some of the bigger agencies, it just blows my mind that, I was just a salesperson at AAA just 18 months ago, and now I have a successful agency. I've been able to bring on employees way sooner than I ever imagined I'd be able to. The biggest thing they've done to support me is they believed in me very early on. You can say a lot of things about yourself and try to show them your work, but they saw something in me, probably even more than I knew I had in myself, and they were able to give me markets, preferred markets. They pushed those beliefs onto the carriers, and so by the time the carriers got in front of me, they believed in me as well.